was saying, felt like we slipped into limbo or land of the lost without me realizing it, is because I didn't put the adequate amount of, or I didn't estimate I didn't estimate accurately the weight of a situation. My brother, the Everfading, and I got into a bit of a dispute about the operations of the module. And well, frankly, I was very put off by his behavior, because he showed up and he started changing things, and he hadn't been there for even 24 hours. He took no time to live in the place before making adjustments. And some of the things that were displaced were because of his stuff. But which is another thing, he started parenting my children. And that greatly upset them. And they don't know how to handle those emotions. Who is this guy? Why is he here? And, you know, pushing us around. But I see what happened is I thought that everything was fine after the discussion, or dispute turned discussion. But I don't think it really is, because of the way the feelings that he still harbors. So I think we're in limbo. But it's like, no, it's a strange thing. I think we went into limbo right away and then got out, and now we're in land of the lost. But it still feels like limbo. I think we're fluctuating. I think we're in a repetitive cycle between limbo and land of the lost. We can't get out of one and stay in the other, and when we try to leave land of the lost, we're back in the limbo. And that means there's something wrong with the engine. Oh, this is a mess like I've never seen before. I need to be sorting it out. I'm trying not to be discouraged with my brother being here, because he's not here with the eagerness to be here. He hasn't been looking forward to this. He didn't want to move. He didn't want to be out here. He doesn't want to be around me. And then he gets here and he takes no comfort in being in my home and starts to make adjustments before he even has his own space settled. He won't accept air mattress or cot. He sleeps on the floor. So there's no improving of his comfort. He wants to get rid of the dresser. Well, that's not such a horrible thing, but I mean, it's a nice dresser. It's a good old-fashioned solid wood dresser that I've had for a while now, and he just wants to get rid of it. He doesn't want to use it when it could very well work as a storage unit for him. He doesn't have, it's not like he has really anything else to store in. So it's just a bit bizarre. I'd given him a sword once as a gift. Well, twice. But the first time I'd given him a sword. And I had a lot of meaning behind it because it was my sword. It was a sword I bought for my brother, and I had one just like it. It was a bond that I felt between us. When I hold that sword, I think of my brother, and I kind of hope that he would do the same with his. But it disappeared at some point, and he doesn't even remember it. Today was the first day of our schedules getting on their tracks, and it appears that he won't be around for much of the time that either the boys or I are at home. He won't be there for dinner regularly. If he does get any days off during the week, he'll see the boys either once or twice. If he has the weekends, he'll see the boys every other weekend. And I guess we might stop in on Fridays for karate and say hi at where he's working. But the boys have expressed to me their displeasure with the situation as well. It's not comfortable for them, for this person, because they don't know him, not really. They met him once over a year ago, and that wasn't for very long. This person to come into their home, and start changing things on them. No established trust, no reasons given to them, just displacing them. This, I mean, to me, this speaks highly of a change that is necessary in how he's operating. You know, the way he is viewing things, because it doesn't really scream healthy mentality. There's something missing or out of place for him to be behaving as such. And I already know he's already shared with me, and I knew prior, that he is coming with what is referred to as baggage very often. He's got a lot of emotional harborage of ill will and downtrodden feelings and aggression, well, towards the world, towards me, especially me, and towards his situation. I heard from the boy's mother, where he's working, that he did very well. My hope is that he was able to enjoy himself and that it might make his transition easier, especially since when he gets home, he will be alone. When he gets back to the module, all have already taken off, and me and the boys, we spend our time in the meadow during the day, and then I'm off to Mars. It's a lot of travel for me, but then he's there because he's on Mars with us, and he's displaced from us, which could be good or bad, but it won't be mending any bridges. The space there might be necessary to take time to mend the bridge, and in the meantime it'll cause less conflict with the group as a whole, because the space necessary for him by himself isn't quite it doesn't need to adopt any kind of change. he comes into a place expecting, well, I don't know what, but he was talking about not being comfortable in chairs, and this is I don't know what you mean. There are cushions and pillows on chairs. There's plenty of places to sit. There's a couch over there. There are chairs here. And he's complaining about the decorative pillows, and he's upset because in my chair I keep my guild sword and my umbrella. And I was all, well, this is where I sit, and I'm quite comfortable with it. You'd know that if you'd spend some time just relaxing here. The computer isn't something the boys go on, it's mine. I use it. And so it's the whole place is set up for me and the boys and I. So yeah, it's set up not to accommodate him, because I didn't know what to expect either. And that's going to take some time, and I think that's ultimately what's going to fix this situation and get us through limbo into and out of Land of the Lost. And we're going to probably, well, I know that there's a couple of things that are going to have to happen, but trying to figure out this arrangement so that he's comfortable there, I'm comfortable there, we're comfortable together when we're together, and then when the boys are over, all of us, both with and without him, have comforts. I don't know, that's the situation at hand. Thank you for letting me vent. I always do appreciate it.